And if you need to pause it or anything like that, you can
Okay.
do that. Get comfortable, wherever you need to be works for me.
Hi, my name's Christopher. My sign name is a C on the side of my forehead. And my last name is spelled HRERGR. S 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 20, 20, 20, 20. There's a lot of numbers, like for fish and for shirts. There's a lot of good shirts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 shirts. And 1, 2, 3 duckies on my shirt. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, R, A, N, I, J, K, L, M, N, E, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. My name is spelled A-A-R-O-N, Aaron. And my last name is Yankus, Y-A-N-K-U-S. And I'm 6 years old. I don't know what to say. Trains and, let me think for a minute. Really, really small trains. I have 2 of them. And they're really small. I don't know. I have 2 small ones. They're the same. And they're new. My name is James, James. My last name, oh no, wait, I had it wrong. Let me do it again. W-O, no, again. W-O-R-M-R.
Mm-hmm. Go back just a little bit. It tells his age.
And I'm 8 years old. I don't know. Let me think. Well, I had cereal here this morning. In this book, there's a bear and a caterpillar. And They go walking together. And he meets a boy. And he has a ship. And the ship can float up in the air too. It's got a balloon on the bottom to help it float. And the ship goes up and up higher in the air.
Start a new sentence.
The ship goes higher and higher up in the air.
Good.
I was debating on trying to add something about like the more it fills with air, because that's kind of what he was showing. But then the balloon pops and it falls to the ground. Oh no. Balloon popped and it fell to the ground. But then this fairy came and she fixed the balloon so that the ship could fly up in the air and fly away. And the ship flew away and the fairy said goodbye. The end.
Pause it for just a second.
What's that part about
Right, the relocation of the balloon. Mind how many times you're saying and.
Yeah.
Remember that if you are writing an English sentence, it's kind of easy for me to visualize it this way. If you're writing an English sentence and it's a list, you go comma, comma, and. So if you hear yourself in a sentence saying and, think about that. You only get one and per sentence typically when you're writing.
Right.
So apply that same principle, I guess would be, or rule, apply the same to spoken English as you do to written English. You're typically using complete sentences. Just that last story when the flashing pictures, start with a new sentence rather than joining it to the last. Okay.
Yeah, I was getting kind of tripped up on that when I was practicing at home, and I think it's just because it feels very much like the next part after it shows the next part of the book. It's almost like he's completing the first part, and so I think that's why I tend to do that. But yeah, I definitely need to do that better.
Yes. It's not about being better or anything like that. It's just about self-monitoring and being able to repair the miscues with as little disruption is not really the word I want, but with as little that's the only word I can think of, with as little disruption as possible. So if you hear that, if you can repair it, or if you hear any miscue that you make, if you can repair it relatively simply, then do it. But if you can't, let it go, move on to the next, and repair it. Or you won't have to repair it because you'll be thinking about it and being able to not do it again. I want to say correct, but it's not correcting if you've applied it in your mind and you're continuing.
Okay. Is there a difference in fixing those mistakes between it when you're interpreting for adults versus kids? Because like I had gone back, I realized that I needed to say that sentence in past tense, but I put it in present tense or some kind of other tense. But I had almost gone back under my breath and been like, okay, and I fixed the sentence. But I mean, when you say it out loud, I'm used to thinking about for adults, you might be like, I'm sorry, I misspoke, or does that still apply to interpreting for kids as well, or would you just go back and say the correct sentence really quick to fix it? Or
I can't what's going on in that particular situation influences your choices a lot. So if it is if it's a platform situation and if it's an extremely formal situation, then and you're interpreting into spoken English, perhaps your choices are more minimized than if you are in an elementary school classroom.
Yeah.
And oftentimes children mix up tenses anyway. So, what's happening in your environment and what's the relationship with the people with whom you're working has a lot to do with the choices that you're going to make.
Okay.
So, whereas an elementary school classroom is a fairly informal situation, some other situations are much more formal.
Okay.
It just depends on what is going on around you.
Okay.
All right.
Right. Hello, my name is Nick. This is my sign name and N tapped by the forehead. And my last name is Smith. And I'm 8 years old. I like to play with balls, and I like to go outside and play. And I like to play with all of my friends too. My name is Amanda. My name is spelled B-E-A-S. Oh no, I made a mistake. B-E. No, I can't get it. B-E-A-S-L-E-Y. Yeah, that's correct. And this is my sign name, and A tapped on the chin. I saw my class and then my name.
Mm-hmm. Think about what elementary school kids would talk about.
My class knows my name. I know all of my classmates' names. There's one classmate whose name is Holland. Yes. Gosh, I'm just totally like blanking on everything she's saying right now.
There's some signed English signs in here. So this sign is will
Okay,
that she's using. Mm-hmm.
What is CS?
Think about classes that elementary school children would have. It's not a CS. What classes do you remember having in elementary school?
English, math, history, science. It looks like she's saying CSE or something.
Just move on. Don't obsess about.
Is that another English based?
Mm-mm.
Is that? Oh, I don't know.
What does have its English influence,
something I really like it, and I like reading. Oh, was math one of those? Maybe. Yeah, and I like bears, and I like many, many, many things. Um, um, oh, and I live in a dorm. I live in a dorm room, and my house is where I live. Um, yes, I have two sisters. They both sign, right? And it was Christmas yesterday, and my two sisters woke up. Or my sisters woke up, and my dad woke up, and everything was beautifully decorated. And I got a new pair of pants for Christmas. And I got a jacket that buttons down the front. It's beautiful. And and I got a black jacket that has a little green pin at the top. And I got a new pair of pants that are gray. And that's all. My name is Ryan. And my last name is Klaus. And I like to play with my brother. And last Friday we played and we had a lot of fun. And me and my brother rode bicycles. And I went really, really fast. And me and my brother were going really fast at the same time. We heard my mom call us for dinner, and so me and my brother rushed home really fast to go eat dinner. We had pizza that night, and soda pop, and we had salad too. And my brother and friends and I all played a game. It was really fun. We played it with my brother. I got new clothes for Christmas from my dad. For Christmas, I got shoes. I really like them. They're a little bit old, but I have a turtleneck that I got for Christmas, and and I got glasses too. These are my glasses. Yes. I have some fun from, I had fun yesterday night playing in my room. My bed is really comfortable. No, I don't have any toys. Toys are for kids. I have a chemistry set. And I have some microscopes. And I have some science books. I saw a spider recently and I squished it. It was black. And I put it on a slide under the microscope and looked at it. And then I put it away because I didn't care to play with it anymore. And then I played with my friends. My friends are hearing, but they know how to sign. They're from a...
Restructure hearing. Don't say hearing. What can you say instead of hearing? People who can. Mm-hmm.
So I should say something like my friends can hear,
Mm-hmm.
but they know sign language.
And also, it's not a hearing school. It's a
Mainstream school. Or would you
Or-
use a different?
use a different mainstream. Not everybody knows mainstream. So what's another?
And the other thing I could think to say is like if they're from a local elementary school or they're from another
Mhm.
elementary school.
A local elementary school or starts with P.
Oh, like primary school.
Nope.
No. I don't know.
When I tell you,
I've
you'll
said-
be like,
Probably. I mean, I've said mainstream for so long. That's just
Mhm.
like in my head.
A lot of people, mainstream school is fairly specific to people who have experience with child development or
Right.
childhood education or two P words. Either one type of school starts with a P, the other type of school starts with a P. You have to pay for this school to go to.
Oh, a private school,
What's the opposite of a private school?
a public school.
Correct.
Right. Okay. Yeah, you're right. I wouldn't. I feel.
See?
Don't not knowing. I wouldn't have thought about that. Okay, let me back this up just a little bit. No, don't do it. Had the buffer of death there for a minute.
Is it buffering?
It was twice. Let's see. Okay. My friends can hear, but they know how to sign, and they're from a public school, and they know a little bit of sign language, and that's all. Okay, I have a question. If you come up against a situation like his name that I have no idea how to pronounce it, would you just give it your best go? Would you? I mean, if you didn't have that information beforehand,
I would
I
give it.
was.
I would give it my best. Go. He does not spell his last name, so there's no need for you to try to pronounce that.
Okay. Didn't remember. If it did.
Okay, and we need to get through this today, so let's just play it. Do your best.
My name is Andre. And this is my sign name, an A on the side of the forehead. The bear went running. Why am I? Do you want me to just get? I feel like I'm just like blinking.
No, I mean go back and
Completely.
try to
Okay.
figure it out. Maybe go back to the beginning and see what the title of his story is. That can
Yeah, the bear and the. I remember the bear and the lion.
Mhm.
feel like I'm like the first part. I was like here, but now I'm like not here.
Oh, and when you're
It's
describing sign names, instead of describing it like that, you can say you sign my name like this.
Oh, okay. My name is Andre. And Drey. And my name sign looks like this. So once there was a bear that went running. Marching? Is he showing marching? Oh, he was in the marching. Oh. And he knew how to shoot a gun. And there was one bear. And that's all. He was mad. And the bear and the lion. What? The bear and the lion died. And the bear was mad. The lion and the bear had passed away, and the bear attacked the lion, and the lion died. Her name is Leafy, and her name is Leanne.
Mm-hmm.
See, I saw that right. That's what I thought I saw. Last week, I went to her house, and we played together. And her and I played with her dog. And we played video games, and her brother kept coming in and opening and closing the door. And then the dog escaped. And then we found the dog. But later we found the dog. Our dog is a brown and golden retriever. And a farmer found him, and they called us. And then my mom told him that my dog was brown and golden. And the farmer brought him back to us, and brought us two dogs. We were really happy. And we stole a hat. That truck. I think it's in this truck. And we went and played in the truck. We went and played in the truck with the hat. The truck had a bench seat. It was really long, and we played underneath it or hid underneath. Then we went and played back inside, or
Just keep going. Let's not rewind anymore.
okay.
Just keep going.
And she has a horse, and we rode it around. And we played around and played with the dog, and we played fetch with it, and we played with hat, and then we ran and we played hide and seek. I was playing with my brother. We were outside riding bikes. Then we went inside and we watched TV for 2 hours. We watched a movie.
Mm-hmm.
So you have one deaf member of your family? Oh, 3 deaf members? Who are they? Me, and my mother. What did your family like to do? We searched for the dog. Or what did your family do? We searched for the dog. Did your family use sign? And your brother's deaf? No, my brother is hearing. And your brother can sign? Yep. Do you have any hearing family members? Yep, my brother is hearing, and I'm deaf. And my parents, when I was born, my parents went to the hospital.
Let it go. You did nice with complete sentences. Just move on.
My name's Anna Music, and I love music. My favorite musicians are the New Kids on the Block. There's several people in the band. John, Daniel, Andy. And they have really good music. I enjoy it. It's got a really good beat. I love them. They're so cute. My favorite one is Joe. He's got a baby face. So cute. Danny has black hair that kind of waves at the front. And Danny has a great imagination. He's always dancing. And he's very strong too. They're just really cute. I'm sorry, I'm getting so frustrated with myself right now.
No, just let it go.
They said that it's like it's all just becoming one big. So
No, maintain professional poise. You've done a good job so far. Okay. Why don't we go ahead and stop? Let's stop this. Don't get upset. Come on. Let's talk about some pre-assignment controls that would be available to you for assignments like this. We talk about demands and we talk about controls. There are 3 categories of controls that you can use when you are for an interpreting assignment. So you have pre-assignment controls, you have assignment controls, and you have post-assignment controls. What I'd like for you to do before, we don't typically meet on Friday, so I don't need to reschedule a Friday meeting with you. I'll see you on Wednesday. I'll tell you what I will let you do. So I want you to, well, I guess you can use all 3. Some post-assignment controls you can use for this is you can debrief, and we can talk about it for a few minutes if you'd like, but you can also come up with strategies for how you will handle this. I'm going to let you do these last 2 again because they are the most complicated, and some pre-assignment controls you can use for this. What band is she talking about?
New Kids on the Block.
Right. So tell me some pre-assignment controls briefly that you could use to interpret this again next week.
Go and research one about the band.
Right. Exactly. So songs, names of members. Look at pictures of them so you know what to look. So you know what they look like because she described one of them who is her favorite. You did catch that sign variation. Watch her mouth. She mouths a significant amount of information while she's signing. So go back and look over that stuff. Those are things that when you get an assignment and you say, oh my gosh, I've got to go, what is diabetes doctor, endocrinologist, I think, is a diabetes doctor. So you would research about what kind of things you would expect to talk about or what's going to happen. It's the same concept for assignments like this. So you caught the name of the band, go find out more about them. Those are pre-assignment controls. Assignment controls, I did notice you using, so take heart in that. You maintained professional poise for the most part until the very end. That was good. Your self-talk is also an assignment control. You seem like you were doing okay with self-talk, but just monitor that. The biggest one for these 2, and if you look at the beginning of the recording, it should probably have a year. I think this kid's talking about the Super Bowl and the NBA basketball tournament. So find out the year for this and go back and research about that. Use pre-assignment controls for that too. I don't know if you can use slow motion on this. You may be able to use slow motion on
I can on my computer. I don't know about this, but so the reason I'm getting so frustrated is because I started seeing new information. Like I actually didn't when I was practicing home. Didn't catch New Kids on the Block, so I caught it this time, and I think that's why like my schema is kind of changed, and so in my head it feels like everything's flopped. And I noticed earlier in some of the other videos too, there were some details that I caught that I didn't catch at home when I was, so like it was good in that respect until